Hello internets, my name's Cody, it's Friday, I'm going to reply to your comments now. And our first comment from Seraphim, how come every time I watch your videos on the autoplay, the related videos are atheist videos? I want to say that the troll in me has an auto tag for atheism, so every time I make a video, that tag is already there. But there's also the tags for Christianity, Christian, and church. So yeah, I'd assume that probably it's because way more atheists are tagging all of the things that I'm tagging as opposed to Christians. You guys may not know this, there aren't a lot of Christians talking about Liberty University carrying guns. Speaking of, the question of the day was about Liberty University carrying guns. A lot of you guys had mixed feelings. I knew that you would. I know that Simon specifically asked, what do you think about Christians in the military? They're definitely, shooting people down. And as I kind of brought up in the video, personally, I believe that if you are laying your life down for other people, that is a loving thing to do. I think it's not whether or not they should be in the military. I think the reasonings why they're in the military is probably important as far as Christianity and spirituality goes. If you legitimately went into the military to protect and serve the people that you care about and their freedoms and their rights, that's noble. If you go to gun a bunch of people up, maybe not so much. But like right now is a perfect example with ISIS. For us to not go in and protect people from the horrors of ISIS, that's unloving. And like I've said, I respect the pacifistic mindset. I don't see it that way. I don't think that standing by and letting people die or be tortured or all that stuff, I don't believe that that is a loving thing to do. And then Quelo King has a lot of good stuff to say kind of on my side of the fence. Don't know how you got a link through my spam filter, but good on you. It's a little more information, so if you want to check that out, you can do so. But overall, great discussions, guys. I will say this. I always try to say that I have an open mind. I like to hear other people's points of view. You changing my mind is probably unlikely. I feel like if I had an open mind, my mind would probably change a little bit more. But I do like understanding other people's sides, and I respect other people's sides more because of it. I don't ask these questions so I can be like, you're wrong. I actually like to understand people's mindsets. I think there are truth to both sides for sure. And Thursday's video is one that I really enjoyed making, and that was the when did Christians stop trying? I think that I got my message out there much better than maybe I usually do. Paul Turner had some really good thoughts here. I'm not going to share the entire comment. You should go back and check it out. He had a lot of Bible verses and stuff, a lot of good stuff to say. And one of the things that caught me was, are Muslims really more devout by praying 6 times a day than a Christian who loves God with all of his heart? But I think this kind of adds to my point, because we were talking about, obviously Muslims are going to be seen more devout because they're praying 6 times a day, but does that actually make them devout? But the question was, do the Christians find themselves to be devout? And do the Muslims find themselves to be devout? And the answers were yes for the Muslims and no for the Christians. And so I'm not super worried about Christians actually being devout, but they should be at least striving to do so. And I think what that means is going to be different for everyone. But I think what it did for me was have a lot of Christians admitting that they're lukewarm Christians. I just think Christianity is becoming very passive in our lifestyles a lot of the time. We did have a couple people, I asked, is it surprising that Muslims are saying they're more devout than Christians are? And people said, no, not really that surprising. I don't think so either. I did have someone on Facebook, I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it again, they brought up a good question. They said maybe these people are just being honest that they're not devout Christians. They know that they want to be and they should be, which possibly, but when the numbers are this high, you have to think like, this many Christians saying that they're not devout, maybe it's not a humility thing. They really need to kind of change their mindset and be devout, or at least be trying to be. I think that if we as Christians become more devout in our faith, I think there could just be a lot more revival. I know a lot of Christianity in the United States is on the decline. I don't think that's a bad thing, because I think the Christians that are Christians are going to be working towards being more authentic. At least that's the hope. I think a lot of it has to do with people identifying as Christians because that's what they grew up with, but they're like, I don't really practice the faith that much. Maybe you should be. I think you should be. But that's it for today. Remember that on Mondays, I am live at facebook.com/geeksundergrace at 2 o'clock my time, so 1 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we do the Christian News Show right here at youtube.com/ArmourCody. I will see you guys later. God bless.